What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Triangle. This is your boy D.
And it's your girl CJ.
And it's the person who's for sale, Brandy.
I mean,
to the highest bidder. Okay, I'll give you my cash app. I'm just saying.
Oh wow, the thirsty guys are out and about. And just today is our number 6 fan pick, I believe.
Fan pick.
Fan pick day.
Fan pick.
They don't let me talk. They don't let me talk. Our very special guest today is Candace, D's roomie and MIA person from our last fan pick.
It was a lot
Not
going on
only
in church.
is she my roomie, she's my cousin. My
and cousin. Yeah.
Oh, she's your blah, 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 blah.
I already know that I will be left out of all of this, and I'll be using Scorpio hands all night. Just gonna be like, shut the fuck up. Like, I can't.
You're so mean.
I'm not mean. I'm just trying to keep this together so we kind of have a structure of some
But
sort.
when I say I'm not mean, I don't get that same energy.
No, because you are mean. You are mean for no reason. So.
No reason.
See,
no, that's what you got to say when you don't have a rebuttal. No reason. You just got to repeat what they said.
Question. I guess. So, Candace, do you want to tell us what you do or what you like to do, or a little bit of a tiny intro about yourself
tiny synopsis
for the people?
Give us a little bit of tea.
Well,
with my little cousin.
I'm born and raised here in Vegas, which is interesting. I have one child. He would like to have more siblings. I'm not sure if that's going to happen.
She said, fuck that noise.
No.
It's gonna have another.
We're not doing the baby daddy thing. I need a whole husband in mind.
Okay. So that's nice.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again.
No,
that's out. I bartend most of the time.
Okay,
I love singing on my free time and writing lyrics. And
Ooh, she's a musical guy.
Yeah, and I love to eat and watch people eat. I'm a foodie. I'm into food, so. That sums me up.
Are like perfect combination.
Yes, we are. We are.
And not to mention, she's a certified massage therapist.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that together. Yeah,
that part.
Yeah, so
let me buy this $2 plane ticket to Vegas.
Right, $2. Put your ass down. Yes.
Look, I have specials going on
the
right
strip
now.
is closed,
too.
but we ain't.
So hey, do you have?
You have to sit in my garage for 14 days, but then after that, we finna take care of you.
But after that, you good.
Not in the garage.
Massage.
Right.
So at the end of our episode or on our intro thing, I'll go ahead and if you want to send me your Instagram or whatever you got, so you can put it on there for you.
That sounds like that'll work.
Yep. D, if you get a chance, send me her Instagram while we're on this, so I can shout it out at the end of the episode.
I already did.
You did, nigga. You on top of stuff today.
Let's go. What we talking about today? What's the topic for today?
What's the tea, sis?
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know where we want to start, but we're gonna go with this. Let's go with your top bad habit. Everybody wants to know what your worst habit is that you think you have or been told by somebody that you have.
Your habit.
Everybody got a good one? We already know that Brandy is mean, but other than
what the fuck, yo? I didn't even do anything. I literally was sitting here minding my goddamn.
You look like you were thinking really hard, so I was like, it doesn't have to be the mean thing.
It doesn't count if I don't feel like it's a bad habit.
Okay, let's do that. Okay. What do you think is a bad habit that you have, you need to fix? How about that?
No habit of mine or yours or...
Let's start with
Candace.
I'm so confused. Candace, we're going to start out with you.
Yeah, let's go with Candace first.
You're the guest. A bad habit.
Well, you could probably help me because I know you didn't heard things on the street.
Not on the streets.
Oh, the
streets. Through the family. That's the streets. The family.
The family is the fact that the family has to result to the streets is so fucked up.
Be honest, what's a bad habit?
Goes show how fucked up our family is.
What's a bad habit of mine?
A habit.
Yeah. Nobody has a bad habit.
We all bad habit. It has to be a self habit. So my self habit, for me, would be I fucking drink too much.
Oh. Like a lot?
He went deep.
Look at him.
It's I drink too much when I have fun. I'm just like, oh yeah, let's have fun. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have just a few drinks. And I go in and I don't give a fuck. And then the next day,
I don't think we
have
a cap.
don't give a fuck.
We have a cap. I don't think we have a cap.
We don't have a cap.
That happened to both of us. So that's a bad habit of mine too. Seriously. Sometimes when it's time to turn up, I'm going.
Oh.
Okay.
And another,
or trying to control other people. That's a bad habit of mine. I'm very controlling. Not in my relationships.
Not
in my relationships with men. Just family.
Just family. Is it like you try to get them to do things you think is right?
Yeah,
like if somebody was like, I'm not going to college, will you be like, you better go to college to get a better job? Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I'm honest. People sit down and talk to me about it. I'm like, wow, I really try to check people, but it comes from a different place. Okay. You get what I'm saying? It's good intentions behind it. But yeah, I find myself trying to control situations.
Control freaks. That's okay.
Yeah, control freak. Yeah.
What's another one? I think another bad habit, I overeat.
Yeah.
And I indulge in cooking, just culinary cooking, eating, the whole world of it.
Oh, okay.
I'll do that shit till the day I die.
Consumption is your bad habit.
And I don't give a fuck. That's the crazy part.
You know what?
I don't give a fuck. Because you know what? And I got my cousin here to vouch. Yeah. I will cook up some shit
CJ,
so fucking
you narrowed
trifling.
That down well.
Trifling as fuck.
That's what it is.
Yeah, consumption.
That's what it was called, gluttony.
Yeah. Gluttony, yeah, basically.
And I'll scratch your fucking eyes out.
Sounds like a sin. Sounds like a sin.
Sounds like a sin. Fuck him, Brandon. I'll scratch your fucking eyes out.
Come over here and do it. Come over here and do
my
it.
Ass.
Scratch my
ass.
Why are we all from Jersey today? I don't understand what's happening. They've been in this character in both episodes.
We have to bring Jersey out for some reason.
Watching Jersey Shore? Is this
this is just how we've been.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we are.
This is just what we've decided to do. We don't even discuss it. We just go into the characters.
Just go into the characters and do it.
No. You know what? It's really weird to me, side note, that we have friends that are like that. We all do characters in real life conversations. Is that odd? Because my friends think that I'm odd when I do it. Right?
You're supposed to.
I think it's normal so they can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Or like somebody told me that I do like stories and go into tangents off of that one character.
Yes.
And it's not a real story, but I like keep talking the story up.
That's what you do.
Right?
No, like I'm agreeing. I've had somebody tell me I tell stories in the same way that Family Guy does their segues and they get back to the story. And I was like, that's how you're supposed to tell the story.
I don't think people understand. I don't know. Maybe it's an Okie thing. I don't fucking know. Is it? Or is it like a
mental illness?
I don't know.
It's perhaps a mental illness.
Not a mental illness.
We're all fucked up in the goddamn head. Shit.
He didn't want to accept that.
I didn't want to accept it, but when I turned 22, I was like, Candace, you've been telling me this shit since I was 4. So I think she was only 1. And I was like, yeah, I think I should accept this.
Yeah.
No. So, Brandy, do you have a bad habit? Because
it's a bad habit to be this perfect. No, I have an awful treat yourself habit.
Okay.
And that can affect money very quickly because I'll get my credit and savings and all that shit all the way together. And then I'll be like, bitch, treat yourself. And I won't know how to like cut credit cards because they'll be like, well, here's another $1,000. And I'm like, I deserve this. It's time for more makeup and costumes.
Wow.
So you look at it as a blessing. She looks at it as a blessing.
As a blessing.
I do. Yeah, and I'm like, I need to stop because then when your credit score go from being in the 700-800s to what the fuck it is now.
Right.
And you're trying to call yourself out of a hole. I realize this is a cycle and I have to stop it now because I don't want to be 60, 70, talk about treat myself.
Oh, no.
I want to stop that. So
get a pie from Denny's or something.
Listen, I got a big problem, especially when it's payday. When it's payday, I'm like, it's time to turn up. I want a fried lobster tail.
Really?
And I want a makeup palette. All that. Now, granted, wait a minute. Now, granted, I will do that after I pay bills. So I'll handle my business first. But that same money that's left over, I could be putting into stock, savings.
Right.
Just like, no, it's time to buy shit.
Fuck savings. It's time to.
I didn't realize that you look like that, Brandy.
He's like, at the
I will
Gucci
spend
store.
honey, okay, when I die, bury me. What'd you say, CJ?
I just didn't realize you did that with your finances.
It's bad. Like,
wow.
I'm just the fact that I'm 34 this year and just now realizing it last year and getting a handle on it now. It's been like that, like all throughout my 20s.
Wow.
My ex-husband didn't help because he was kind of like that too.
Okay.
My ex-boyfriend, he was way better with money than I. So I realized I'm gonna need somebody who's like on top of it, not so much like restricting
no,
me, but feel free to like give me an allowance and be like, bitch, we not going outside of this. For
right. So you get like, so yours is a controlled like spree.
Right.
Yeah, it really is. Because it's not all the time. It's literally like when I come into like my bonus money from the job, or after I know I've handled my business with, like I said, bills and shit with my son. I'm like, all right. So like, and I'll treat other people too. I've been doing it since high school. I'm like, guys,
you
let's
do
go.
with your allowance, your weekend allowance.
I've been doing it for years.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, get what you want. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm paying. Get what you want. Like, I treat myself and everybody. And that's not always.
At least the priorities are taken care of. Some people miss that part.
Yeah,
you know, some people miss that part. You don't have no damn power and you're turning up.
Yeah, don't turn up. That's what I mean by responsible turn up.
Sit down, turn the lights up, turn the lights
up. Turn the lights up and on. Yes.
No, seriously,
exactly. Turn down,
that's crazy though.
Up. Look at your fucking checkbook.
So you were never like a savings person though? No?
Oh God, no. And it's because like of how I was raised too. Definitely was a daddy's girl. And both of my parents being in the Marines, making great money, and us never having to want for anything. Just the fact that I had enough allowance, and I didn't do shit. I was too busy being grounded. So the fact that I had enough allowance, having like
stay grounded.
I stayed grounded, but then I stayed paid without a job. So to have like $200 and $300 in high school on the weekend, just because your dad's like, hey, here you go. That's not only not normal, at least for our circles, but the way I was spending it. Like, had I been a savings person since that age, girl, can you imagine just saving like $500?
I feel like I'm starting to understand your personality even better with this conversation.
As we get into a counseling session.
Why she is like this. I mean, you know, I didn't go all the way through to counseling because I got tired of it in school, but I'm getting it. I'm seeing it.
So
I get it now.
It was rough. And even with my first apartment with my he was boyfriend at the time, my dad signed off for that. And we just I've never had to work for shit until I got a divorce. Then like kicked me in the ass and it was like, all right, bitch, you crawl back to your parents or you figure the shit out yourself. And I didn't want to be in that position again. So it's like, you know, I figured out myself.
Randy's mostly adulting and responsible, but you just a grown ass spoiled brat is what we
pretty much. I literally, you know, that one person I told you about, that guy I told you about, he literally texted me and he was just like, you're like a fucking princess. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
Yep, that makes sense. This makes sense on your personal note, all the things that you do and say, all of it makes sense.
Brandy's fucking road trip. She sent me a picture. She's like, road trip, dad's car. And it was like a whole fucking, was it a Hummer?
No, he doesn't have a Hummer.
It was something close to it.
Was it like a Jeep?
He has I'm trying to think because him and his lady broke up, so she took that other car.
Years ago.
Oh yeah, it was a black Hummer. Yeah. We just got new rims on it. It was a black Hummer.
And you were on top of it. You were like, yes, dad trip. Thanks, Dad. It was like, what the fuck? I wish my dad gave a fuck about me.
I feel like
my dad has had some luxury cars. He has never
ever offered it.
Unless he was in the car with me.
Right.
And let me drive it.
Yeah. I'm spoiled. I'm definitely still a daddy's girl.
Spoiled.
So. Give me a car to drive. Because I don't even want to go down that can of worms. Candace can vouch because that's her whole uncle.
Don't
her old uncle.
Nigga, don't put him on.
Candace said no.
I don't want any association. That's my cousin's whole dad.
Oh yeah,
that's his whole dad, not my whole uncle. That's your whole daddy.
I'm see.
So that's your whole uncle. And the crazy part about it is, Candace has had more exposure with this nigga than I have.
Oh,
mainly because I was, overseas in Japan.
Right.
Besides that. He gonna do what he gonna do. But yeah,
that's true. Oh my god, y'all are crazy.
The big car shit. Did he let you drive his what he thought was luxury?
The
Camaro.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
A luxury Camaro.
A luxury Camaro.
The luxury Camaro.
I'm so bad.
Candace was like,
anything that belongs to him.
Candace was like, I've had better cars than a fucking Camaro. She's like, fuck that. Me too.
She said, I'm good.
Yeah, I drive Beamer. She drives Beamer.
Right.
We're Beamer cousins.
Yep.
I'm done.
Oh, cute.
I'm done. No, you know what mine is?
Well, I'm enjoying my Kia.
And look like you're part of Captain Planet.
Why is that dance?
Captain Planet.
It's the Kia dance.
A hero.
I'm gonna leave now. I don't know how to feel about this.
Not you're gonna leave us.
delicious.
Oh no, CJ can't leave now after everyone else is telling their habits.
Oh no. We can tell you CJ's habit. We'll tell you her bad habit.
What is my bad habit?
CJ.
What is it? What is it?
Okay.
CJ bossy to the motherfucker.
First of all,
bossy to the motherfucker.
Okay.
I speak 3 languages.
I speak 5, thank you.
Ooh, she said it.
You see me go up?
It sounds like CJ's a boss, though. It sounds like CJ might be a boss.
Right.
No, she's definitely a boss. Like, she's definitely a boss. You don't deny her that.
Let me tell you something. You speak in 5 languages, you can get 5.
Is that a habit, though? Being bossy? That's not a habit.
5 different avenues.
I feel like with you, CJ, when you are smarter than most people and also think you're smarter than most people.
I don't think I'm smart at all. No, I don't.
You tell me how stupid I was since I was 13.
That's when I was young and did not know better.
Girl, that was just last week. Don't lie.
It was not last week. That was like 25 years ago. I don't know what you're talking about.
She's like, you're so immature. You're so fucking immature. I was like, CJ.
I think because...
What's crazy, I used to spot CJ at random places. And I used to fuck with her on purpose. When I seen she was with a nigga, I'd be like, hey.
Oh, no.
That is immature.
Hey.
That's not immature.
Can you give me a ride to the tiki? She was like, get your ass in the car.
It's basically now, but 20 years ago. The same shit. Like, the same
I was like,
shit.
Hi. Hey,
oh my God, Demetrius. You can tell from her hashtags, CJ's bad habit is being a know-it-all.
Oh
my God.
Wait a minute. I'm not a know-it-all. I just like to diverge myself into things that
the first step is admitting.
Obscure.
You know what? I'm going to let the fans, y'all let us know because y'all be commenting. If CJ's a know-it-all, let us know in the comments on IG, Facebook,
I just like to study things and research things.
If you're watching, Lexi, inbox me and let me know if anything has changed.
Oh my God.
Lexi loved you. Lexi was like, oh, CJ is great. She's like,
see? I just like to be talking the truth. That's all.
True. The truth. Too much the truth.
Just the truth.
Yeah, too much truth.
No, you know what though? I think my bad habit for real, and I've been trying to work on it, is procrastination. That's what it is.
Hey, Hedda.
Good night, baby.
Good night, bad girl, Hedda.
Jana.
Procrastination, because like I really do be like, you know what it is? It's like my anxiety coupled with procrastination, so it gets really bad if I don't like.
But do you do some of your best work like last minute?
I sure do.
Okay, then to me that don't count. To me that don't count because if the shit get done and it gets done well, girl.
That just means that she's more reactive than proactive. You're more reactive than proactive.
But I stress myself out so much doing that I feel like, because I've been trying, like, so even with like the holidays, like Easter, so I started cooking the day before. Used to be like the same day I would try to wake up and cook all day, and it was just so like intense and crazy. So like this year and last year I've been trying to do this, like cook half the stuff that can be cooked the day before or the couple days before, and then do the last minute stuff on the morning of, and then the rest of the day I can just drink and do whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to change my habit because the procrastination really does stress me out, and it's bad for me. And like, even though like Brandy says sometimes that's my best fucking work,
I feel like it don't count when your best work is done last minute. It don't count.
So is it procrastinating or organizing for you? Which one would it
it's
more
both because it's both because I'll be procrastinating, but it's an organized procrastination.
Okay.
So I'll put a list on my phone of like 20 things.
That sounds like someone I know.
I can't.
And I'm very organized. I'm very organized. So it just drives me crazy when I don't see a person organized. It drives me crazy.
I'm the same way.
Like you said, she's driven up a fucking wall if your life is out of order. She's like, no, fuck that.
We're gonna fix
it. Oh my God,
Candace,
are you a person where you're in somebody's house? Because I do this to friends' house.
Okay.
Like when you're in their home and you kind of realize shit is out of order.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, you're wondering why your life is out of order. Your home is out of order. I'm like, these pillows are everywhere. Like you don't even have your jewelry lined up.
And she can read you like a book.
Let me tell you something.
Tell you exactly
I had
why.
to go in and she said, you're not touching my personal stuff. I said, this is why you're going through depression. Nothing is organized. This is why you're panicking and feeling anxiety. And then you done put yourself under the pressure. Now you're responsible. You have to do nothing but accept your responsibility in the bullshit, in the fuckery. I can't do it. And I don't feel like if things are not organized, whether it's your house, home, number one, your household. But anything else, hell no, ain't shit gonna work out. You're gonna have a lot of that.
That's where all your like intimate and creative and your energy and spiritually is in your home and your bedroom. So when I walked into her place, and I know she won't mind me telling this story. When I walked to her place, shit was everywhere. We said we were gonna name her book when she writes a book one day. We were gonna name it Apple Cores and Chicken Bones because there were apple cores and chicken bones.
Shut up.
Damn bedroom.
Where the fuck were they?
Like in the room?
Bedroom.
On
the floor.
No, not on the floor.
Now listen, because she was just getting out of a very kind of abusive, crazy situation where he was abusive, like with money and some other stuff. And I know what that's like. So I'm like, hey, now that you're on your own, you can't fall apart and not focus. She got 2 kids. I'm like, you can't not focus on yourself, because the better you are, the better mother you can be to them.
If you're not
you got to start with your place, and it doesn't mean it has to be immaculate to my standards, but you can't have fucking food on the goddamn.
No, you sure cannot.
You got to clean, bitch.
It's supposed to be a place of peace. A place of peace, not confusion. We go into the world with confusion and shit out of order and things we can't control. So to control the things you can is which in your home where you're supposed to be energized and to go back out to the bullshit. That's what I honestly believe.
Now, so here's a crazy thing though. There's a study. If you're a creative, you have to have clutter. Did you know that?
Well,
Did you
clutter
know?
and filth is 2 different things, though.
That's what I was gonna say. Clutter and so I just want to explain. Like, clutter is not chicken bones and apple cores.
That's depression, man.
Right, that's depression and anxiety. Clutter is like you started doing something and you went off to do another thing because your creative mind was like, hey, switch gears, we're going to do this because you thought of a new idea to do this with. So I just want to clear that up for anybody, because if you're like, oh, but I have like laundry on the couch, that's not what we're talking about.
Clutter is not attracting like roaches and fire ants.
Right.
Roaches and fire ants.
Clutter's not doing that.
In Oklahoma. That's what we're talking about.
I couldn't.
Flat ass Oklahoma where hell resides.
Not where hell resides.
I hate flat land. It's hell.
Just
I mean, she don't like it either.
I felt the same way because I'm here from Las Vegas, Nevada, Valley. And then when I went down to like a flat plane, I don't know where I was at, headed to Wyoming, Casper or something. And I was like, this looks like my darkest dreams. I'm like, what the fuck is going on around me? Look at my darkest dreams and my nightmares, girl. I was terrified. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. Ain't shit lit up. I'm like, hold up. My dreams are not supposed to be dark like this in on flat planes, but it's been a part of my
planes are scary.
What is that about?
You know what? That's a great segue into the next question. Do you guys have like the weirdest person you've ever met, like in your life thus far?
In my family or outside?
I feel like everybody would say family, so let's go without family because I could name family off all day long.
Yeah, I don't feel like I have weird family members.
Yeah. Do you guys have somebody you met that was the weirdest? Like
weird in what sense? Because there's a lot of there are different weird is a very.
I mean, weird as in like let's just cover and do a blanket statement. Let's say weird as in maybe they were like super scary, super psychotic, super just had very odd habits that most humans would not. Look, Dee and Candace just looked at each other. They knew who it was without even saying their name.
They have someone.
They have someone.
Several people.
We're not talking family. We're talking outside family.
Outside of family.
And you know who I'm talking about. I don't care to mention the name.
Yeah, I mean, don't mention names. I don't want people coming up to your door and ending up doing weird shit.
They're not listening. Say the name. They're not listening.
Don't say. Just use their initial or something if you have to. Or
you go ahead and tell the story.
Go ahead.
What's the story? What's the story?
You know more than me because I'm cloudy. You let everybody know.
I thought, oh boy, that I knew. Was kind of weird.
He was very weird.
That was
the Spanish speaker.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was supposed to.
So what was it that made him super weird? Like, what did he do or say?
Okay,
he was living in an imaginary world.
He lived in no man's land where nobody lived. Nobody actually lived in this place except for him. And he convinced himself that he was fluent in a language that he was not fluent in.
Two of them.
Two. It was two.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait. Okay, let me get this clear. So he speaks English.
Yes.
But he made himself think that he spoke 2 languages that he never studied.
Or
learned. What were those 2 languages?
One was Spanish and the other was French.
Yeah,
French,
Spanish and French.
French.
Okay.
And
Look at me and Brandy like, what?
Yeah, I'm trying to follow. I'm like, this ain't right.
My exchange with this gentleman was he was saying that he spoke Spanish, and I believed him, didn't think there was no reason for me to not believe him.
Right. Well, yeah, most people say that, and they do. So.
And you're like, okay, yeah, whatever. So I'm like, and it was one day he tried to communicate with me in this language after he found out that I can slightly,
right, because you slightly speak like 10 different languages too.
You know, I slightly speak a lot, so I'm like, okay, Spanish is one of the ones I can communicate with people the most. So he said some stuff to me. I'm assuming, a person like him, I'm assuming that he thought I was on the same wavelength as him. Okay, but I'm not. Right. He said something. That was straight. It was. Apparent gibberish. Like it was apparent.
Oh my God. Is it like the scene from Family Guy where Peter goes to the Italian market and he's like bibbidi bobbidi?
Yeah, something like that.
It was very fucking similar to that.
Similar. It blew my mind.
Oh my God.
Blew everybody's fucking mind to the point to where he did this so much to where to me it was so bad. It seems like he paid. Either he paid or convinced other people to participate in this.
Like respond to his gibberish Spanish and
not
French?
necessarily respond with words,
but to
at least acknowledge what the fuck he was saying.
Yeah.
So much so.
That shit was sick.
It was so sick. I have an uncle who is crazy as fuck. He even noticed. He was like, what the fuck is up with your homeboy?
Wait, another crazy person noticed that he was crazy?
Another crazy person.
He just went crazy. He went crazy.
Crazy.
And the fact that Candace is up here laughing, she can vouch for how fucking shocked everybody was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so, let me ask you this. Did he go out into the world with other people and do this? Not just okay, wait. So he's not a family member, correct?
No.
Okay. So is he like a coworker, a friend? What is he like?
Associate.
Associate. Okay. Exactly. Like.
Yeah, like that.
No.
However, he was like, okay, so
he was really confident. That's what fucked my mind up the most.
Oh no.
That's what fucked my mind up. And I said, this is a real weirdo. This is some Lifetime type shit. This is a fucking psychopath or a social. I don't know which one. Not trying to find out.
Okay.
But I know that's not Spanish. I know that's not Spanish, bro.
So we're just like dumbfounded because that fucking is
so
weird.
Bad. It was so
that's scary is what it is, because you don't know if that person's gonna like snap.
That they have multiple personalities. That's what I'm saying. Are you in another place? That's what I asked him. Are you in another place? Because obviously you're insulting my intelligence. Yes, I am. Before I decide to get upset with your ass, I don't like people insulting my intelligence.
Right.
But I know that don't sound like Spanish.
Oh my God.
I do know that.
So
yeah,
she said, "Tell you what I do know."
Okay, so outside of that, is he normal? Like, does he have a job that's normal?
Yes.
That's a weird thing about him. That's a weird thing about it. He has a job. He has children.
Psycho.
Many children in a life and
he has children?
Not a life.
Just shit that
happens.
He has children. He has children.
Oh, me and Brady just like, what?
Because that's scary.
It got to the point to where
I
forgot how I ended up I got tired and I was like, stop.
Right.
And I think he was singing a song in Spanish that was on the radio. Because here in Vegas, they will play mostly English songs. But if there's a song that's on the Hot 100 and it happens to be reggaeton or whatever, and they'll play the whole Spanish song. And he started singing it. But he sang it in a fashion to where he wasn't singing the fucking song.
It's like when my 4-year-old sings Japanese songs. She's not singing the lyrics, but she's 4.
But she's going, she's 4, she's learning, she's figuring shit out.
But he's 37, so that's
that's 7.
That's the fucked up part.
No, mentally he's apparently 4.
But he tells everybody, "Oh, I speak." So okay, to backtrack,
I just don't understand where he came to this conclusion, because obviously, if you're watching like Telemundo, you're not understanding them. Or does he think he understands them because of context clues of action?
No,
like,
I think he understands and can respond. He
and
thinks
I can
he
say
communicate
the
fluently.
word quizás. And I know perhaps this motherfucker really, he's convinced. He's like, I speak Spanish to my kids every day. And I'm assuming in his previous relationship that the mother of his children were of Spanish descent.
Okay.
No?
I don't know, man.
Nobody know. It's a big ass cloud of fucking
Look at Brandy's face.
He
was invested in this story.
I am. I'm super invested.
So the song came on in the car, and I'm driving, and it was like, I forgot what song it was, but I was like, tell me
what that means. You asked him, what does that
I
mean?
said, tell me what the fuck this means, because he pissed me off this day.
Yeah.
I was done. Pissed me off. I said, no, you're canceled. You're done.
You're done. You're dead to me.
Hey,
what the fuck is this? What is this song talking about?
I'm in the car with you like, finish him, D. Finish him. We have too much proof.
She was pissed off. We were all, our whole family.
I would be too.
She was like, no, fuck this shit. Candace was like, no, fuck it. What the fuck does this shit mean? My cousin just asked you a fucking question. And we was both looking at this nigga like.
And he was really giving us an answer with no hesitation. So I'm like, you're just a liar too. You're gonna sit here like.
Oh, fucking liar.
Yes.
And I'm like, I can hear this shit.
Yes.
Candace
what
knows.
did he tell us? No, what did he tell us? He said it's a combination of Spanish and Puerto Rican Spanish. I said, what?
I said,
what does that even mean?
But the song was like, regardless of who you were, what country you're from, it's the same fucking
Man,
I mean, Spanish is Spanish. They might have their own slang within, but that's it.
What song? I'm trying to think
your basis is the same.
Child.
Okay, so do you guys still talk to this person? No. Okay,
There's
long
no
gone.
way.
I would be long gone. I'm gonna need a picture so I can look at his eyes later. I want to see his eyes.
Okay.
Every day.
You know he got crazy eyes void of anything human.
I just like after I read about
his fucking shoes too goddamn tight.
Yeah, he probably tied his shoes too tight.
Didn't I tell y'all about that shit? My grandmama said if a nigga tie his shoes too tight,
he's crazy.
He's crazier than the motherfucker.
Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah, my shit's always untied.
No, I was reading about the I don't know if I got tagged you guys in it or the sampaku gang. It's sampaku eyes. It's where you can see 3 portions of the whites on most narcissists, psycho people, and murderers. Like when they're just looking at, not like looking up like this, but it looks like that when you're looking straight at.
Looking like what? Because I need to be able to.
Like that.
It look like how CJ eyes look right now.
See how my eyes are like.
You see how I'm crazy? You see how I'm crazy in the motherfucker?
But most people have to either look down like this or look up like this to get all 3 parts of their eyes to be white. Do you see what I'm saying? Because usually when you look at somebody, it's only 2 parts of whites, right? But psycho people and a lot of murderers and people in that narcissistic area, their eyes look like this the whole time. So you can see the bottom or the top of their...
Jody's Arias.
Jody Arias.
That's how she looks. That's the look in her eyes.
You got to be careful.
You cut your... So my cousin cut her hair to look like Jody Arias to fuck up her ex-boyfriend. She was like, "Oh, you want to play with me, nigga?
Yeah,
I'm gonna come out here like Jody Arias."
I changed my whole life after that.
She was like,
I did. I love to wear bangs, but I wore it really thin. He was like, "Honey, what's gotten into you? I'm gonna show you what's gotten into me."
Oh shit!
The messages you and your ex got. That's what's gotten into me.
Oh my god! Well, let's go to Brandy. Brandy, you got somebody that's crazy, but I don't know if we can beat that.
Yeah, I was like, it's not even about beating. I don't fuck with crazy people like that. So I don't.
Not at all.
I don't have nobody.
Really?
I don't have anybody too crazy in the family. And the kind of crazy in the family is that regular like soul food, Tyler Perry.
Get on my nerves and shit.
Yeah, it's regular shit.
So nobody you've met in your life across the board? Not really.
No, you know, unless we're counting like those random like homeless people or whatever.
Brandy, I got news for you. If you can't think of somebody, you're the person.
It's me.
I'm just letting you know.
Goddamn time.
What does that say for all the people that fuck with me?
No.
You're the one person that would be the answer to this question when they talk about people.
I don't feel like, you know, I run into anybody too crazy, but maybe I am the person. Shit, I don't know.
Okay.
Candace, don't forget you're being recorded the entire time.
I say no, Cutter man.
I'm like, you never seen no weird shit. I seen some weird shit on your page. it.
Hold up. Let me see. Let me tell you.
I'm like, hold on, cousin. Did we not see no weird shit a couple weeks ago? She didn't know this was weird. You need to be able to identify with weird because I seen the weird motherfucker come.
Hey, you got them.
Well,
you got some of them dudes that look like, you know, if
them niggas
you
look crazy.
cute today was a person, dudes. You know,
those type of guys look like they would follow you and like do exactly like old boy did on Set It Off. So I identify those random guys that just be in the comments or inbox or something like that.
Right.
So it's not like I have a problem identifying fucked up niggas. That's completely different. That's completely different than just somebody like y'all described. I don't have that around. And but you know what I have noticed typically, because my mom, because remember we had that episode where we talked about how it seems like it's a generational thing, how our parents can see spirits, or there's always somebody in the family. My mom said that growing up with her, it would be babies and maybe people with mental disabilities and stuff like that would always be attracted to her, want to talk to her. And I've had that happen in high school and outside of it, where maybe someone's a little slower, or if I'm in children's church, it's the kids that maybe have autism or something else, and they gravitate towards me. So I don't, and I'm not putting that in a crazy category if someone's listening. I don't find that weird or crazy, but that type of stuff
you're
I
the
can
weird
relate
person,
to.
like I said.
I got to be.
you're the weird person. Because that's the common denominator in this story.
To be fair, I'm probably the weirdest person to some other people.
I'm sure.
But I don't feel like I'm weird.
Sure. Like I get told by a lot of my friends here and stuff that I'm like the odd child, but I was like, you guys just wait to the wedding. I am the least.
Yeah, but when we get around other people, then it'd be like,
least in what sense though?
Least in like the craziness. I'm not so crazy.
No, we're not crazy, but just wait till we all come around.
Right. Well, that's true. I do. There is like a reserved personality that I use when it's like my homeboys and homegirls for sure. Like,
but even besides that, I'm talking about just the Okinawa shit. Just
that's gonna pop
people
off.
Seeing spiritual shit, and we all get together. That shit is about to be.
That's really.
When is this going to happen?
Hopefully June.
If shit don't get shut down
here in Vegas.
Dallas.
In Dallas. It's gonna be a event. You know who my weird person is? Dee knows this person. Is an Okie person who I used to sort of kind of have as a roommate. M. Yep.
And what
and he I think he liked me. And the D. Right? Am I crazy? He kind of had a thing for me, right? But he just was weird and like like it was very like I don't know.
What was he doing?
He was like, here's the thing, and I think Dee can vouch for it because he lives with him too, but he got very comfortable very fast. And he would just do things that you would expect somebody that you've been living with for a while and dating for a while would do.
Oh,
he doesn't understand boundaries.
You know what I say?
He doesn't understand boundaries.
No boundaries.
The social boundary thing was like non-existent almost, and it tripped me out. And like I was out of my usual stuff. Like I've had roommates, including even Demetrius, like where I'm like, if you need a new scenery change, just come live with me. Like we can hang out, like, you know, just do your thing till you're ready to go. And he was one of them as well, because I didn't think twice, especially having that Okie connection, being in school together. Even it wasn't like he just was from Okie, like we went to school together. I knew him, like all of that together. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even blink when he was like, I need a place to stay for a minute. I was like, okay, like whatever. Like you don't gotta pay rent, it's already paid for, so just make sure you get your own food or whatever. You know, if you need extra shit, like you're welcome to everything else. Like I wasn't like rich, or I wasn't struggling either. Like it was just, you know, regular paycheck to paycheck. But anyway, he like, it just got weird, and like he didn't like pressure me into try to date him per se, but it was like that weird aura that he had going on, like the nice guy aura that's not nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just creepy.
But that's why the hunting. I mean, come on.
You're right. So it just kept getting weirder. It was just weirder and weirder and weirder. And like I just like, and then one time I guess This is really funny. He thought he was taking me on a date, I guess. And I was like, I mean, free food? I mean, sure, let's go have some food. Right. Remember that one? And then his card got declined.
Ooh, no.
Ouch,
not the card.
Nah.
Please. Back to the weirdo I was talking about, but we're not going to even go there.
Oh my God.
That was another
and it wasn't a big deal. It was like not crazy amounts or anything. It was probably like $60 or $70 in food, but I paid for it. I think he said he was going to pay me back. I can't remember if he did. He probably did. Maybe. It doesn't bother me. I mean, it's just money, but. Yes, demo, but.
Did he or not?
I can't remember.
He didn't.
I can't remember. Like,
oh, you can't remember? That means it didn't happen.
I mean, that's how I feel. He ain't pay you back if
he probably didn't pay your ass back. But I'm not like. But I don't spend money if I think I need it back, so I don't do that.
Okay, well then let me hold something. Like,
you know,
since you just got it.
No,
it's not that. What I mean is,
honestly, when it comes to CJ, she really holds that because there was one point when I was 19 and I had an asthma flare up, and I was like, CJ, can I borrow $60 because I need to get an asthma pump. The fact that I'm an American citizen and it cost me $60.
I know, right? First of all,
to get a fucking asthma pump. She gave it to me and I gave it to her back, and she was like, "Wow, I wasn't expecting this back."
I just don't like.
I told you I was going to give it back to you, but she was like, "If you're ever going to give money out, just expect not to get it back." And that's one thing I did. That's one thing. If I learned anything,
well, that's the difference between me and CJ because I need all mines back.
Listen.
The same way I gave it to you, not in portions, not in increments. Well,
here the thing is,
she
when
said
I say
a lump
that,
sum because I gave you this lump sum.
But when I gave it back to CJ, she was like, CJ was like low key surprised. She was like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting this back," and I'm like, "Well, I told you I was going to give it back,
right?"
But I felt, especially if it was something I needed, it's like my life. Like I'm having an asthma attack.
You know what it is though? If you're gonna give anything, like you should do it from a place of like literally giving. You know what I'm saying?
Right, giving and love. And I felt like she gave it to me on that, so I'm like, I have to give this back to her.
That's probably why I still have friends. As crazy as I am, I have a golden heart right here, like right here.
She really does. And,
it's just my really outside is a little scary.
Well, I ain't borrowed no money from her, so I can't speak for that yet.
It's depending on it. She'll give, like, I really didn't have any plans on being friends with CJ until I was about to die.
Oh my God.
I'm joking.
Get her.
Not the case. But it made for a funny story.
I mean, you know. But like, so sometimes I get in trouble because I do things like that. So that M situation happened because I was like, go ahead, come into my apartment, come live with me. And I wasn't thinking like he had a crush on me or anything like that. I really thought of him as a friend.
It was coming from a genuine place.
Right. So when he started doing that weird shit, I was telling D everything too. While it was happening, I was like, yo.
As it was slowing down.
Well, because I was like, I need somebody to know. Huh?
Your amen, like in the dish. You were like, Hontoni, you were asking him, like in Nihongo, like, Hontoni, all my sweets are going missing. And he was just
all my sugar.
All your sweets.
What?
He would eat like, all my stuff.
Live.
Like all of it. That's what I mean. He got like, comfortable really fast.
That's when you got to tell somebody, sit your ass down.
Man.
Sit the fuck
down. Pass home training. Your mama ain't give it to you.
That part.
Today,
eating up my snacks.
You must ain't been in North Las Vegas, motherfucker.
Not
Fuck Las Vegas.
But you know what I mean? That's some shit you let like your significant other do. Like if you know, when we were dating, if Rob was to do something like that, it wouldn't bother me because
he probably thought he was.
We have that understanding,
right?
That's why he didn't.
And you don't really like keep track or nothing like that.
No, you don't keep track. That's another thing. I don't keep score. So but when it's too fast, too much, all at the same time.
Too fast. So fuck, keep the score.
It was literally weeks, and I was like, D,
right.
I had to kick him out.
You know what? My friend was like that too. She was telling me about something weird happening with her. And you know, I'm a Leo. I'll come over. I've been waiting to control some shit. Tell your friend she got to get her shit and get the fuck up out of there. And give me gas money for coming over to reorganize your life.
Right.
I feel like Candace need a YouTube channel called Reorganize Your Life.
Reorganize your life with Candace.
Yeah, and then give it to the Lord. I always tell people, give it to the Lord after.
I can't.
I'm about to name Jesus.
On that note, let's take a quick break so we can come back and do like 2 more questions and wrap it up so we don't go too long.
Yes. I'm going to be right back.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Right.
And we're back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Just to get this ball rolling, let's ask about, because we're talking about people and shit. What is your number one deal breaker when you go on a date?
Number one
deal breaker. If the one thing that will be having you get up and leaving the table. If
I have multiple.
Brandy, I feel like you have 30. So
I have so many.
I told this to Brandy once before, but I don't know if you guys remember the fucking reality show that Chili did on MTV.
For the Love of Chili or something.
Where she had that fucking list on her date. And I imagine Brandy doing that every time she's on a date.
I don't have a list.
Okay, Brandy, top 3 for Brandy. What do you got?
I'll just do 3.
What is it?
She said just 3.
I'll just if your fly is not matching my fly, if I'm like dressed better than you, that's a turn off to me.
Because
really? because I'm coming cute and I'm spending time and money and effort in this look. So if you come in just fucking sweatpants or something.
Well, okay. What if? Okay, so let me rephrase that. So because I misunderstood. So what if like that? So you're okay if it's his style and the style that he put into
his best.
Okay,
yeah, like
gotcha.
His top style doesn't have to be.
So you're not saying like Gucci'd out or
no, it doesn't have to be an Armani suit. I'm just saying have your fly match my fly.
Okay, gotcha. So you want the effort in it,
right?
Okay.
And I don't like that. You're definitely opening my doors. I pay attention to that. If you're not opening and closing my door, I'm kind of over it.
Yeah.
And I'm for sure old school in the sense of you're paying. If I do anything, sometimes depending on where we're at,
that's legit.
I've covered tip depending on where we're at, because I've been at some dates where your bill comes and it's 3 figures and I've just offered tip. And sometimes the guy will tell me, no, I got it or whatever. But I'm just like, hey, when you just spent like 200 or something on
right.
The least I can do is give this tip.
If you got to offer tip and it's 3 figure, fuck that nigga.
No, I do that as a courtesy. That's not always taken, but I do it as a courtesy.
I can understand the courtesy, the pretend to reach your wallet situation.
But it's one of those things where if you thought we were going 50-50 on the first day, no.
Okay, yeah, because we're not talking about just dating. We're talking about like the first couple days.
Yeah, first day. Yeah, you take care of that shit, not me.
I was like, you got my Brandy fucked up.
Princess Brandy needs a little bit more.
Princess CJ better not. Let me know if Rob fucking up. I'm about to get him.
I don't know. Rob used to open more car doors. It's slimming out now, I guess.
Not slimming out and not looking at him while you're saying it.
No, Rob. No.
Rob said, "You got me fucked
what
up."
It is, I figured it out. Car guys only open doors if they are in love with their car and they don't want scratches on it. It's not out of courtesy.
That's a different realm. That's a different situation.
It's out of bitch. You ain't gonna go fuck up.
That's an entirely different situation. So, okay, Candace. Well, what is your take on the whole situation?
What's your one thing that's like a deal breaker?
Hygiene.
Okay. Have you met somebody with really terrible hygiene?
Yes.
She said yes.
But I don't think that they knew, because I had to tell him. I said, I'm not gonna let you leave like this. Because he's like, what was he said, what was the problem? What was the issue? And I explained to him, like, I don't know if it's halitosis. I'm not sure. And I didn't know what it was, but I said, you need to get that checked out, bro.
Oh,
because ain't no way you need to sit up having a conversation.
So can Candace get a babysitter so she can come to the wedding as well, or?
Yeah. That was crazy.
Wow.
To come out like that, like you didn't even care to you. Even if this is maybe the case, to get peppermints. You know, I'm not we've been living for years, bro.
I know somebody else had this. What the situation was. So I make sure my shit ain't always 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure I have.
Oh, my God.
And then I don't like the 50-50 situation. The same thing you mentioned, Brandy. The 50-50 situation is just like, I don't think you should expect, as a man, you should feel some type of way. And then if she can, if she wanted, I guess. But no, that's out for you to automatically assume that. That tells me a lot about you.
So that's like super old school. I guess that part doesn't bother me. The 50-50 thing doesn't bother me like at all, actually. I think it's because I went too alpha too long, and I was just getting. Also, when I was there, I had to look back. I was like, I love you. We'll talk about the past.
Rob was like,
so until I met Rob,
she was like, bounce, throw that bounce. Hey, that was hella bounce. What kind of conditioner you told me you put up in your motherfucking edges though? That shit bounce. That shit had bounce. You see that shit? She said, damn.
Stiff wear. But no, like
bounce. I float up, bounce. Okay, now what bounce? Hey. Oh, y'all motherfuckers crazy than the motherfucker. All y'all. Y'all was crazy.
I want to know what time Demetrius started drinking.
I don't know. But no, so here's my thing. You know why it doesn't bother me? Because in the past, until I met Rob, I dated younger guys. So I think I always had more money on me.
Oh, because
at any given time. Fred was younger. All of them were younger.
He was?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he showing look like. or act.
No, yeah, definitely. But they're like all younger. Like Justin was way younger. Like, so I think I got used to all of that. They took care of other stuff, but like I think I paid a lot more often than they did. Look at D laughing.
I guess too, that comes down to what's important to you.
Yeah, so it just
it's just what's important to you.
Yeah, like I think my deal breaker is like communication. Like if it's really bad, like I hate.
Like if the conversation isn't like flowing, and I have to.
You know, let me rephrase that. I can't stand boring. I can't stand boring. Okay. Like I can't do it. Like I need to be laughing or something like at all times. And I think D knows I've dated quite a few people, not in a bad way or anything. It's just because they couldn't hold my attention. So I still remember last year when I was telling somebody that I was like been with Rob for this many years and I got engaged. They were like, what? Like,
I can't believe that you found
I literally I'm not shitting you when I say different people texted me the same line. Who tamed you? Like, what?
Exactly. How the fuck did you find somebody that was able to entertain TJ?
So is it more so like stimulating your mind?
Yeah,
is that what it is? Because a lot of
it is because like I said, like on our earlier episode, like when we were talking about how like the Spanish flu had started, like the milkman situation. I didn't look that up. That was his information. Like he'll sit there and we can talk about conspiracy theories and weird shit, and it doesn't bother him. You know what I mean?
Having the conversation popping is definitely important. Also, not talking about your goddamn exes during a first date. Who wants to hear that shit?
I didn't even I don't think I've ever heard Rob say anything about his ex
Rob is
for at least 3 years.
Rob's a real man. That's why. That's true. Because who wants to hear that shit ever?
Yeah, I think that was 3 years in was the first time I heard him say anything negative about her. Just one time, and it was crazy because I was like, most people would be talking shit. That's another thing too, right? He never talked shit about like his ex, even though it's his ex, like ever, like. And you know, a lot of people who are divorced or going through some shit, yeah, I know. Yeah, Brandy. She's like slowly raising her hand.
Well,
I mean, it's okay to vent. That's not what I'm saying. That's not the same thing. Because calling your girlfriends or boyfriends like your friends and venting to them about situation is one thing. But I'm talking about people who will tell anybody about their ex situation.
And they'll completely shit on the people.
Okay, so what do you feel about this though? What do you feel about this though? Somebody who will tell a single individual about venting about something versus somebody who makes it a worldwide broadcast.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they tell you,
I just said that.
You literally just said that shit.
But they tell you. I don't want anybody to know. I don't want anybody to know.
Oh, they're saying like, don't tell nobody, but they went and told everybody. Yeah.
See, well, then they're them crazy people we talked about earlier. That's crazy.
We can't do that. It's just not
imagine having a stepmother do this shit to you.
All the time. All the time.
This is what the fuck happened to me. So this is what...
She's already laughing. This is great. Like, she already knows what he about to say.
That's her step-TT.
What happened?
I love her reaction.
This is customary to my life
Candace just shaking her head.
My life.
I didn't know we was gonna go here.
Look at my life.
Oh my God.
See what I see.
See what I see.
D,
No,
how many drinks have you had, D? Oh my
D's
God.
had lots of drinks.
I think so.
Honestly, look into it for what it is. It's the same shit that you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
It's just that it's crazy how you could take so many situations and put it into the same narrative or into the same
She like
life
takes
situation.
stuff. Yeah. She takes
it
and
what
like
it is.
Tells what it is to people. That's not good.
That's
not good.
Wait, take what?
He's so drunk. He can't even comment. Let's skip that.
I'm not taking no. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck CJ just said.
No, I'm just saying. Wait.
Next topic. We got like 10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes. So wait. What was your deal breaker, D? Because he didn't say. Yeah. What was your deal breaker
to what?
When you're dating?
Like a first date deal breaker.
Right.
First date deal breaker. My whole thing is check your relationship with your parents.
Oh, interesting. Did not see that coming.
At all. Not for a first date.
Not at all. Not at all. I feel like that's on Brandy's list, though.
Not just me, but it's like I can look at this shit and see, what's your relationship with your parents or even your family or even close friends?
That's
if I see shit's rocky, X'd.
You know what my other favorite thing is how they treat the waiter, waitresses, or the customer person.
That's what I'm looking at person. For the first.
Because if you're shitty.
If you're acting shitty toward customer service.
Yes. Or if you're on your fucking phone, I'm in front of you. This is in front of you.
Yeah,
don't be on your phone.
And you know what the fuck happens, Brandy? You fucking matter.
I do.
Your body fucking matters.
All that is matters.
You took time in that
I took time and effort, okay? I am plucked and sucked up, and you're up here.
Not plucked and sucked up. Oh, no.
If you're on your phone.
Not giving a fuck.
Okay. Here's another great question. What about your sex partner body count? Do you guys discuss that with your partners or no?
Hell the fuck no.
No? I feel like Brandy does because hers is such a low count.
No, real talk. Who keeping it real? Who keeping it real though? Low key. Who keeping it real?
Men, well, to answer that question, Demetrius, men will keep it real. Women typically are shamed for it. So women may lie about it because we're typically shamed. It's not a shameful thing for a man to be like 68 or 680. But if we give a number that seems too high for the nigga we fucking with, we're automatically looked at differently.
When we come across, however, when that man comes across a woman that is, and I hate to use
just say it, D. It's the triangle. You can say whatever you want.
Coveted, or that ever so woman that is like, I am this, and I passed the bar, and this is me. I am strong. Look at me. And I slept with one man. Who the fuck have you slept with? And you're like, I slept with 57 bitches when I was in high. Do you think he finna tell the truth? No, because he wants to win you over.
I mean, I understand that, but
I see people lying about
ain't nobody telling the truth about shit.
But that's at the beginning of a relationship. I'm saying, have you guys discussed that inside of a relationship?
Exactly. Everybody lying.
Oh, you said inside of a relationship?
Yeah, inside of a relationship.
You the fan pick. Speak up and say what the fuck.
He's so drunk. He's so drunk.
I'm
Candace, say what the fuck. No, because Candace the most candid motherfucker.
Let her talk, D. God damn.
Yeah, Candace. Look, I'm trying to get a feel for it, but you're talking about dating, like while you're dating?
While you're dating, like do you talk about your body count? Yeah, like your boyfriend or your girlfriend.
Yeah, I would tell him. I don't have a large body count, so I would tell him. But I recommend the friends tell him too. I mean, it's not a big problem. You come from where you come from, and I'm here for you right now, and it is what it is.
But see, I feel like where you're coming from, because if I had, instead of the 5 or 6 it's been, if it was 60, I would probably be a little bit apprehensive depending on who I was vibing with. Because if I get the vibes that I want to be with the type of person where I can come to you no matter what I'm going through and not feel judged. Because if I'm thinking about it, even inside of a marriage, let's say if I get addicted to something, that's like, I need to tell you this. You know what I mean? I need to be able to trust you. So, and that comes with a lot of trust, at least more so with females.
I put that in the toilet category for me. It's like, I don't want to see him pooping and I don't want him to see me pooping. Like,
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I'm in the shower, don't fucking go use the toilet next to me unless it's an emergency.
Now, I will say this though:
Emergency.
I may not want to know the amount of people anymore because that used to be a big thing for me in the 20s. Because
I remember you telling me that.
After I was divorced, I literally only had my ex-husband. So if I only slept with one guy, I need to know where the fuck your dick's been because I don't know what's going on.
They definitely lied to you though.
I would even they definitely did. I would even be like, "When's the last time you had sex?" He's like, "I haven't seen my baby mama in 3 months." You're a liar. But now I'm more so about what are you into sexually because I need to know what you're cool with.
Oh, that was our next question.
I don't want to present some shit and then you're like, I'm not into this.
This was not what I was looking for today.
You're right.
Is that a black Candace? I don't know how to handle that.
I feel like the body count is a toilet thing. Like, I've never told Rob my body count. He's never told me either.
Should it, at the end of the day, should it fucking matter?
It does, I don't feel like it
I think I cared when I was in my 20s.
Like
Brandy had mentioned, I had been with only one person for years. So, yeah, I need to know. And I was really asking these questions, and these niggas was really lying.
Sure.
Yeah.
They were lying to me.
Of course they were lying. They would never tell you the truth.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day.
Naive.
All these niggas is steady gonna be lying. So.
Yep.
They're gonna lie about something anyway to get to pussy, so might as well
you better say it again for the people in the back.
They will lie.
One more time for the.
They'll lie for whatever they need to lie. They're like, yeah. So that's.
I don't know.
I feel like.
But what'd you say the last question was?
I feel like that would be a thing that.
Brandy was like, whatever.
Okay, so that was where we were going with the last question. Is how do you guys feel about role playing in the bedroom?
Love it.
Ready.
Well,
all the thirsties are like, I wonder what kind of costumes Brandy has in her closet right now.
All right, my costumes are dual purpose. I honestly enjoy it.
Purpose.
I like the whole thing in and out of the bedroom. Like if we're out and you act like you don't know me, we can play all the way to we get the house. I am all for acting a dude.
Okay.
Like all for it.
Dang.
In what manner? Like.
Okay, so let's say this. So let's say we're in a store and we both have like our masks on.
Motherfuckers sitting on fucking like.
You just be like, hey, stranger.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. Or if we're at a bar or something and you just roll up to them in a way that they're footing.
Comparing when they coming out the bathroom.
Yeah, whatever I'm into. Like you could just be coy or you could just roll up to them like you don't know. I'm like, I don't have any panties on. What's up? Like.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
And if you're in public and that's your thing, that's your thing. But I'm all for the playing. I like to play, so I'm all for that.
What about you, Candace? Do you do role playing?
And I'm taking these off.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't know what's happening. He doesn't want to
on one.
Just go do what you do.
Man, on my tipsy days, I get into some things. Only on my tipsy days.
Tipsy days? Like really, what things? You gotta tell us.
So wait a minute. Did Demetrius take out his ears?
Yes.
Yeah, thinking that he's not gonna hear you next to him.
As if he's not gonna hear you next to him.
He's so drunk.
He's so messed
up. So drunk. So what kind of like pick something. Shit. What is it that you're getting into? Like, is it like actual role playing or like do you
rap? I have costumes. And the crazy thing is I'm from Vegas, so I work a lot of places. You know, I work at Hooters too. I got a Hooters outfit.
I'm so into it.
So yeah.
Oh my god.
Then you don't have to mind your business. Come back. You invited me here. You gonna hear everything.
I know. Come back,
XX rated.
You know what you would like? You know what you would look super cute in? A Dallas Cowboy.
That's what I need to get the next when I try to get my husband. That's what I'm gonna do when I'm trying to get my husband.
That would be so cute.
Hey, put your headphones in so I can ask you what you like.
Beat this nigga and just play.
No, so D, do you role play? Have you role play? I don't know.
I don't like that shit.
You don't like role playing?
No.
Does it make you feel uncomfortable?
D said I can't role play because I'm a real nigga.
That's so weird because he role plays outside in life.
Dirty. Like when it comes to like, it needs to be as authentic as it needs to be with the person that you're in front of. Okay. And organic. That's to me.
Oh, he's such
a
romantic.
I know, it's like super cute. Yeah, it was super cute. The audience says ah.
I don't like no multiples.
No multiples as in like group orgies. Is that what we're talking about?
Or do you mean multiple personalities?
Multiple personalities.
No swinging.
That's just me, unless I'm getting paid. Because if you talking dollars,
yeah, that's different.
Look at his face.
However, I don't like
it comes down to business.
Shit. when it comes down to business, I can make shit happen.
So
but I don't
definitely born in Las Vegas.
I'm from
all of our Christian morals went out the window.
Christian morals
out the window about that money, honey.
Church got the Christ as long as I pay tithes. Tithes and offerings.
Okay.
But no, I get it though. Like we haven't gone that far into stuff either.
I think people have to be comfortable with themselves to get into role play. Because I had a couple friends tell me that they like it was just so weird they felt uncomfortable, but most of those people were not comfortable with themselves. That's
that part too.
That's when
And like, I get into depths when I talk to people. I'll be like, why you don't want to, or why are you doing this? I need to know the scoop.
Because especially when you go into a different character, I have done accents. I'm like, I am that person. I am. Yeah. But I know it still feels organic and real to me because I know at the end of the day, I'm still me. I don't feel like I'm really with Devontae.
I think I'm with Candace on that one.
Right.
I think some people who are really uncomfortable still ain't comfortable with themselves. Like me and Rob go to this thing called, I think I talked about it with Brandy, like the fetish ball and D2.
Yeah.
That shit is fun. It's so much
The costumes looked amazing.
It was so much fun.
Oh my God.
Like, and what the best part is, like, you could really be yourself in there because nobody's really judgmental.
Right.
Because it's such a group of, like, eccentric, eclectic people already.
My whole thing.
You know what I mean? It's so much fun.
Is this like a convention or?
So it's a traveling convention. Like 1 year it was Rubber Doll. She's a rubber star. She does latex and things. Like she was here 1 year. She travels and does this. It's kind of like the adult show convention
that we have here.
But this one is a little bit of a smaller
That's
scale.
what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. And like this past year too, they had like the rope artist from Japan that came. We exchanged lines. So we're online. And like it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of crazy people. Rob and her got real comfortable while I was at the bathroom. I found pictures that I don't even remember taking.
He was like, I left for 2 seconds.
He did. I went as
happens.
Yeah, I went as a white witch, like like.
Oh, really? You don't say.
White witch. And then Rob went as a fetus unicorn. So let's go.
Sounds about right.
Sounds interesting. Sounds interesting.
Lovely.
It's a lot. I'll send you a picture later, D. I think I showed Brandy already. It was a lot of fun. Like we both had hologram bottoms on and shit. I found a skirt. He found leggings. I was like, this is the shit right here. Like it's a lot of fun. It's like my birthday present usually. Because now, my birthday's on Halloween, so we do kids stuff on Halloween now. But 2 weeks later is when the fetish ball happens. So every year now, that's my birthday party. But it's a lot of fun. Like, if you guys are in the area, you should go. Like, here it is. Like, it's look at the.
Oh, he pulled it up. He wasn't playing.
Right? You want fucking around.
You finna see this.
This is the one that I was like, here. I don't know if you can see this, like, because the light.
Me and Night.
Oh, you can kind of make out the
shape
shape
on
that.
You'll have to text it to us.
I see his chin.
But it's a lot of fun, and there are crazy people. They even have like a room in the back and upstairs, I think, where you can take photos and they upload it. There's like a bed and like whips and chains, and you can do all kinds of shit like that. But if you got to discuss stuff though with your partner,
right? You can't just spring no shit on them.
You really can't. Don't just like pull a box out and be like, "Yo."
I pulled out something.
Ready for this?
Yes. No, I did. I told you my headboard, it like opens. So my headboard. I take some stuff out of my secret headboard. The person I was with at the time was like, look, I get down with a lot of stuff. I can't get down with this because this brings up memories about something else. And I'm just like, I didn't know this was going to be a trigger.
Yeah.
So we can put this away, like, period. But it
definitely have to talk about it.
Discuss because it's not for everybody.
No, it's not.
Right.
It's not for everybody. But I'm sorry that everybody else is having vanilla things happening to them. I'm sorry.
And by everybody, we mean Demetrius. You just have to let somebody smack you and call you Brenda, Demetrius.
No, Demetrius is far from vanilla sex. He's talking about Gatorades and acids. We're never going to let that go. That's going to be a thing.
We know you've been like eating hot Cheetos off someone's ass.
I know that's right. I know he ate all kinds of stuff off of somebody's body. He live in Vegas. He be doing it up.
And San Antonio was already creepy as fuck. So
that's true. San Antonio was
he
like
didn't get that manager position just because he's good at his job.
Ooh. Oh, okay. See what I mean?
Dude, why were you looking proud when Brandy said that?
See, and she says that
you didn't even try to argue it. You're proud of this.
I
can't argue with the truth.
Oh my God. Anyway, because we can keep talking about sex all the time, we're gonna cut it short and call it a night. If you enjoyed us thus far, please make sure to subscribe to your favorite podcast platform. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you click that like button, comment, and get that notification bell going. We drop our new episode every Thursday at noon Central. Our other lowbrow news current events episode is on Mondays at 9 a.m. Central. Thanks again to Candace for showing up and not sleeping through this one.
Nice vibing with you guys.
You should come back. I need you to come back.
That'll work.
You know who I'd want? You know who I'd want at the same time? Candace and Red.
Oh God, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, Days. Look, I was like, if Red had a sister, it'd be Candace, right? Right? Oh my God.
Well, that's dope. I need another sister. Isn't that dope?
Girl.
I would just watch.
I mean, that would be the whole episode.
That would be the show.
Me and you guys watching Candace
We're just gonna watch.
Red go at each other just the whole time.
Well, I'm down whenever everyone's down. That could work. I won't be at church for the next 3 weeks.
Baby, because that church
at
thing
least.
killed us.
All right, y'all. Well, stay blessed, be safe. Make sure to check out all of our other episodes too. I know y'all are bored at home.
Stay the fuck out of Guangzhou.
Go watch our YouTube. Just do it. If you ain't watching,
stay out of Guangzhou.
Watch our YouTube. Listen on Spotify, iTunes.
There's like 50 something episodes out and ready to go. You could just pop up and play it in the background and laugh your ass off. Have a good time.
Stay the fuck out of Guangzhou. Just saying.
Oh my God. All right, guys. On that note, stay blessed. Oh my God, he's gonna keep talking because he's drunk.
He is so drunk.
I will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.